What's up, everybody? It's Johnny Bronto. We were here with HauntScene Live. It's Tuesday night. Back on the calendar here. Tuesday, 8 p.m.
It is
Eastern
Tuesday.
Standard Time. You're watching America's #1 rated haunt podcast on Tuesday nights in Eastern Standard Time in Orlando, Florida. HauntScene Live. With me, as always, my lovely, beautiful, amazing co-host, Melissa Lukai.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to HauntScene.
And tonight, we have some very special guests in the studio.
For the very first time this year.
Very first guest in the studio this year. Super duper excited to bring them on. But first, we got to talk about our sponsors.
Our shirts.
So I'm wearing a amazing Bride of Frankenstein shirt. It's pink. Love it.
I love that.
Notice
Barbie.
that I am not Yukon Cornelius anymore.
No, you're not. You actually shaved it. Really nice.
I hoboed myself from last week.
I like it, Johnny.
Melissa's rocking. What do you got going on
I got this new Halloween shirt that I got the past weekend, actually, from Spooky Empire.
Spooky Empire. So shout out to Clint and everybody from the Halloween Shirt Company. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors here. So thank you to Halloween Shirt Company for sponsoring us. Remember to use HauntScene promo code. Get 15% off. Do all the things at HalloweenShirtCompany.com. Also, thank you to our sponsors. This show is brought to you by Fright Nights, South Florida Fairgrounds. Love them. Can't wait to have them on the show in a few weeks. Woods of Terror, Dr. Grimley's Haunted Trail. So these are our sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor, reach out to us and we'll talk. So, yeah. We got 3 people here in the studio.
I'm very excited.
So, are you ready for this, Melissa?
I am ready for this. Are you ready for this, Johnny?
I am very ready. I'm scared.
I'm ready to slide right into this episode, Johnny.
Hey! Wow.
And there's the first one. I got plenty more.
Hold on. I got a rim shot for that one. All right, so we'll go ahead and bring on our guests here. Let me go ahead and unmute them. That would probably help. And so here are our guests here. We've got 3 people in the studio.
Hey, hi guys.
SliderSyndicate.com. Aidan.
Hey.
And Jordan. And
Keenan.
Welcome, making the trip all the way here to Davenport, Florida here to be in the HauntScene studio with us.
Thank you so much, guys.
So we're going to do a little thing here that we call the elevator pitch. We're going to let you introduce yourselves. So let's do that. Let's start off with Aidan here on the left. So we'll put the camera on you.
On you, Aidan.
That's terrifying. I love it.
So go ahead and introduce yourself to America. Tell everybody what you do.
Tell us your life story.
Oh, goodness. All right.
It's only an hour.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Calm down. All right. Well, howdy ho, neighbors. I am Aidan. I started sliding and haunt performing in 2019 at Dark Horizon Orlando. And I have looked for every opportunity that I can since then. I think last year I got promoted to the captain position alongside Jordan at SeaWorld for their Howl-O-Scream event. And that's it for like my haunt
That's
experience.
awesome.
So
That's very cool.
Nice.
I'm Jordan. Been doing Halloween and different Halloween events for, I think this will be 16 years for me.
Wow.
Originally from Southern California, now living out here. Done many different theme parks, small haunts. I'm one of the co-founders, along with Aidan, of the Slider Syndicate group, and also one of the, like you said, captains of the Howl-O-Scream Sliders.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm Keenan. I'm bad with math, so I've been sliding since 2013 at Not Scary Farm. And then I moved out here in 2019, did a Dark Horizon for the year. And then COVID happened, unfortunately. And then SeaWorld came up with Howl-O-Scream. And I've been doing that this is the 5th year now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many years of sliding that is, but do the math. But yeah, now I'm a trainer for Slider Syndicate. And I'm happy to be here.
Very cool.
Awesome. All right, so haunt sliding. Let's we'll break it down here.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So haunt sliding is if you're ever, how would you describe haunt sliding?
How would you
You're the
guys
one that
describe haunt
do it.
sliding? You guys,
Aggressive.
Yeah, that's actually a great word that Keenan just used. I would say it is the most aggressive scare tactic that there is out there. And the freedom, because you have the freedom with the aggression. You're not just coming at someone with a bungee or something. You have that aggression, but you can literally find somebody and go after whoever you're
Oh,
after,
yeah.
scaring anywhere. So
Nice.
yeah.
I've seen them doing it in person. It's pretty terrifying, actually.
Yeah, if
Especially coming out of the dark.
if you've ever been at a haunt and somebody slid at you and you safely, obviously, and scare the crap out of you. I know the first time a slider ever got me, I almost fell over. I would imagine people probably fall on their ass, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Yes, and then sliding on the ground, sparks and everything.
Yeah.
So coming out of the darkness. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive the amount of shoes that people lose from it. They
I
just
could
jump
imagine
right
so.
out.
They just run right out of their shoes.
They
You
just
know?
leave them behind.
Literally.
Done.
Yeah.
So, if you have any questions about sliding or haunt sliding or sliding in Florida and all this stuff here, but we got to back up a little bit. Dark Horizon.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was long time
Horizon
ago.
was a one-shot deal in Florida
Yeah.
at the not Nickelodeon hotel.
It was the Holiday Inn,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe. That used to be the Nickelodeon
Yes.
hotel.
In the
Yeah,
parking
it was in the
lot.
parking lot.
It
Yep.
lasted one season. We went for the media night.
Yeah, it was 2019, and then
Yep.
COVID happened the year after.
and it was a blast.
It was it was a lot of fun. It was definitely interesting.
They
It
were-
was like a
they-
haunt and
they
a
were
rave
feeding us
in
a
one.
lot of alcohol.
Oh yeah.
There was the bar inside
Yeah.
that
secret
haunt,
bar,
the
yeah.
secret bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was inflatable that we went down.
I loved that
The
thing.
inflatable slide.
Oh,
Me too.
yeah, the
Me
pirate
too.
house. I
Yeah.
forgot
The
The
about
pirate
that.
house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you climbed
Yeah.
to the top and
Yep.
then slid down.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
the best house there, I think.
Yeah.
It was
no.
it was a lot of fun.
That's
It was
awesome.
a lot of
So,
fun. Yep.
Did you all meet there at Dark Horizon? Because it seems like that's something we all have in common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
did.
Yeah, say, Aidan, why don't you start this story off with our
Oh,
quick
my
one of
goodness.
how we
Story
met.
time.
Yeah.
Well, I think my favorite memory about Dark Horizon is the fact that for the first 3 months I thought Jordan's name was Jared.
Yeah.
He still answers to it, luckily.
It's Jay.
Yeah.
It
Anything
works.
with Jay, you go for it. No, Dark Horizon, it was a lawless land. It was incredible. I learned so much because it was my first haunt experience ever. And so kind of being thrown into that environment, it set the standard very high for me on what to expect in haunts. And I definitely think it gave me a little extra edge going into SeaWorld and experiencing that. I definitely had to dial it down a little bit after being there. But if I could go back to Dark Horizon in a second, I would.
I would love to go there.
I'm
love
pretty
that
sure
place.
If I
COVID.
knew
Yeah.
now
No,
what I knew then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine Dark Horizon now too.
That,
where it had a
that would be
year of
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah. If only COVID didn't happen, do you think it would still be around?
No.
Or no?
Well, yeah, exactly. What Johnny just kind of
Okay,
did. The
yeah.
plan was there for it to be
Absolutely.
around,
Yeah.
but I don't see how it could have been around.
Yeah. Being
That
there
was-
once, I can honestly say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a place, though.
Great event.
All right, so before we go any further, let's get your information out so people can follow you and do all the things. So go to slidersyndicate.com. Follow them on Instagram.com, Slider Syndicate Official. Don't go to the Slider Syndicate because that one no longer exists. Go to
Yeah.
Slider Syndicate Official and do the things. I do have their site pulled up here, and I wanted to take a look at that real quick. Let me make sure I didn't close it. I didn't close it. Yay.
Magic
All right.
of live television.
The magic of live television. All right, so here's their Instagram. We're going to go, they've got some auditions and stuff coming up here, but I
Post
wanted
some awesome
to show
stuff.
the page so you could watch the videos and see all the things. Everybody's having a good time and sliding and holding skulls and doing all the stuff.
Having all the
I've
cool
got your
lights
website
behind
pulled
them.
up and
Yeah,
Love that.
Absolutely.
Gotta have
all the
schools.
things, learn more, work with them, book them.
You guys make some awesome videos, by the way. I love your videos.
Yeah, watch all the things, follow them. Very, very cool. Definitely bookmark the site right there. I do want to give a shout out here to the Sinister Slide gear because as we go into this, you can't just slide with your bare knees or you'd be hurting. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I do want to give a shout out to the Sinister Slide Gear website. We actually met them at Trans World.
Yep.
We met
Who do
Devin.
Devin. We met Devin.
Yep, Devin.
Yes, Devin.
Yes. we remember you, Devin.
We're like, we're gonna stop back by. We never
Yes.
did.
He
Sorry.
was gonna say
Actually,
if I
actually,
had
I
said
did.
that.
I did. I went by and talked to
Good,
them.
she
Yes,
did.
I did.
We did
I gave him
collectively.
my card and credentials. I gave him a button, all that stuff. So,
All right. So
Yep.
to kind of frame this in a little bit, obviously they're we'll give them a shout out. Sinister Slide Gear here. A lot of people make their own stuff, but if you wanted to just get into this and buy gear and stuff like that, you can actually go here to the site and buy all the things. They've got little packs and things. But I think this is actually a really good example here of what goes into haunt sliding because you got to have certain footwear and knee pads and gloves, and there's the different colors, and some of them spark and all the things, and they're all metal, and it's basically like wearing a bulletproof vest for your body. So definitely check them out. Sinister Slide Gear. Just give it a shout out real quick. We'll stop by and say hi at the next Trans World here. But just give a little background there, and then
I know our friends, 13th floor, Jacksonville, wear their gear as well. So we went to go visit them a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was awesome.
For halfway to Halloween.
I should have pulled that up. But I do want to pull up real quick here your Instagram, because you do have some auditions coming up here on July 23rd at 5:30 p.m. So how does this work? Because you all will be sliding at HauntScene Orlando this year at SeaWorld. So what does it take to be a haunt slider?
So I'd say, with the auditions, it's kind of go through the basics of what is expected from sliding. We partner with Slider Dynamics, as you can see on the screen with their symbol there, and Scott Dieterman is the owner of that company, and he's one of the OGs of sliding that started out Not Scary Farm. And he comes out and does a lot of the training with everybody and puts them through everything for 2 weeks. But before they do that, they got to audition. And then the basics of stopping, being able to avoid guests especially. It's big about safety, and also for yourself, because, this is something, as we were all kind of talking beforehand, it's very physical.
Yep.
So if you get hurt, it's not kind of sometimes one of those things you can just shake it off,
Yeah.
You can really get hurt or hurt someone else. And we just want to make sure that everyone knows the basics foundation so they can do Scott's training, which is pretty intense. I'm sure these two can agree with me.
I would imagine so. With sliding, it would be.
Yeah. And then just the safety factor, because obviously SeaWorld puts a lot of faith in us and a lot of faith in Scott and his company to be able to make sure that we give a great product, but a safe product as well. So it lasts about probably a couple hours, and they go through the ringer a little bit to get it done. So
Cool. It's like a boot camp, slide camp.
yeah.
Someone said that you and Jordan are hard to hear, but the others are good.
I'm hard to hear.
Yeah. It says,
I mean, I am very loud.
it says Johnny and Jordan are a little harder to hear. Others are good. Someone commented
Let me
it.
turn. That's fine. I'll just project
Okay.
a little bit more. This is, we're working on
See
all
if
the
that works.
details here. Having somebody in the studio. All right, so auditions coming up. Awesome.
There you go.
And what else do I want to show? Obviously, follow Sinister Slide Gear on Instagram as well. Do all the things. If you want to learn a little bit more about this, you want to get into this, all the peoples. Hey, look at that guy. We know that guy.
Hey, we
So
know that
look
guy.
at that guy. We know them. Also,
No,
check
that's
out
the
this
video.
So here's an example of some of the folks. Wait, we posted this video.
I posted that. That was me. I posted that video.
So just giving some example of like what it looks like when you slide. We know the things.
And look, they're having so much fun. Look at all the
I know, right?
jumping.
That's cool. All right, so these are our friends, but we'll
We-
just show some
yeah, we
examples
love
right
them.
there.
No, good group up there too.
Oh, they're awesome. They're
group of
awesome people.
sliders.
We love them. Yeah, and they have so
13th
much fun with
Rat
it.
Boy, Zippy
Yep.
the Mime, follow all
Yep.
them. Very, very cool. There's Nathan Marco in the background right there. Very, very cool. All right, so when we are, let me close this. Sorry, I've got too many windows open. Bloop. Nope, that's not the right one. This one. There we go. So slidersyndicate.com, follow all the things. Once again, got the interview and the auditions coming up and everything. Sorry. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so what's the hardest part about this? Like, what got you into all this stuff?
Well, you start, Keenan, with this one.
Yeah, buddy.
Honestly, I just my parents got me into scary movies when I was a child, and then I heard about Not Scary Farm in like elementary school, and like all my friends were like, "You got to go to Not Scary Farm one time. You got to check it out." I'm like, "Okay, I'll ask my parents." My dad took me one time when I was I think 12 or 13, and some dude in, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Jaguar ride at Not Scary Farm. They used to have like some scare actors in there. There was one guy that was crawling on his knees. I hated that. I cried like a baby. And my dad took me home. And he was like, "Never again, taking you back to Scary Farm." And I was like, "Okay, deal." And then later, obviously when I got older, high school, friends wanted to go. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go again." I didn't like it the first time, but I'll check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw all the sliders out there. I wasn't really scared during that time. And I've always wanted to slide. After seeing the Ghost Town sliders, built my own gear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just started young, and then when I turned 18, got into Scary Farm. And from there on, just been sliding my whole life. So
Well, that's awesome.
yeah.
You followed your passion.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It all started by getting scared.
Yeah.
That's
That's
nice.
the only way to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate these parents that take their kids to like horror nights.
Yes.
And stuff. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't like it, but
Yeah.
it's the only way.
It's the best
Yeah.
way to
Gotta
And
know.
they
to,
become
to get them
scary.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the time they love it actually. Like yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
what about you, Jordan?
Mine, kind of similar with Keenan. We actually, again, we didn't know each other, but we know a ton of the same people, and we grew up not too far from each other in Southern California.
Okay.
And same thing. I loved Halloween. I wanted to go to Not Scary Farm and HHN Hollywood, and my brothers and my family took me, and I was hooked. I loved it. I didn't have a experience like he did on the roller coaster, but it was a great time. And they had sliders, obviously at Not Scary Farm, and they had them at the time at HHN Hollywood. And I was like, whatever that is, I want to do it. And then my brothers were doing it actually, but they were doing it for like small haunts. And so I kind of like would watch them a little bit too. And then I was friends with some sliders that were at the time on Decade Brigade. Back out there, and they would show me how to make gear, and they kind of like we would go over some stuff, and then I started sliding too right around when I could, around 18, and at HHN in Hollywood, and then I was other scare actors roles at Haunted Hayride in Hollywood and all these other ones. I just got hooked, and it's become like a drug that I cannot break.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good one. Yeah.
awesome.
A fun one.
Yeah, you know, a fun one. The
Yeah.
ones that you should be on.
The ones you should
Yeah.
you should be doing. Yes.
Yep, exactly.
100% agree.
Yep.
What about you, Aidan?
Mine's actually a little bit different. I was a wimp about scary stuff up until probably 2019 or fairly recently. I don't want to admit that, but it's beside the point. And I was working up in New York, and I saw the audition here in Florida, and I just wanted to perform really more than anything. And then I saw a small video of sliding, and I've always been interested in doing more stunt type of performing, and I thought that looked pretty cool. I came to the audition and I said, hey, I saw this thing sliding, what is that? And they said, oh, you're gonna go outside and talk to Scott then. And I had no clue what I was getting myself into. We did a little bit of sliding, they threw some pads on me, and then we did a little bit of acting and performing, and then we came inside and we were filling out paperwork. And I remember looking around and going, wait, does this mean that I got the job? And everyone at the table was like, yeah, Aidan, you're a slider now. Congratulations. And I guess at the time I didn't completely grasp what that meant until I got out there and actually like performing and doing the slide. And then I couldn't get enough of it. Like, here I am.
Nice.
Very big.
Very cool.
I couldn't do it. I would hurt myself. After you get to a certain age, the warranty's gone. You break
I
something.
think you would
never
go
gets
down to
fixed.
slide and you wouldn't come back.
I
up,
would
Johnny,
slide
honestly.
once, and it would be epic.
I think I could probably do it.
Yeah.
I'd give it a
Oh,
try
yeah.
at least.
You would do it. You're
I'm
like,
very athletic.
Yeah.
I guess
Absolutely.
very
Yeah.
very
Let's do it.
flexible.
Let's get some pads on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go outside.
Let's
We're
go
gonna-
outside
we
right
got
now.
our
Actually,
remotes.
do a
I
demonstration.
got some in my car. Let's go.
I'm down. It looks really like fun. I always kind of wanted to try it. So,
Okay.
but if I hurt myself, I wouldn't be able to do haunting anymore.
You-
So
as
you
long
have
as
to
you
find a
can- as long
replacement.
as you don't break your face, as long as you can talk, you're still stuck with me. That's awesome. Very cool. So you've talked about like different haunted attractions, like theme parks and local haunts and all that stuff. So when it comes to being that type of actor, like a haunt slider, what's the difference between working at like a theme park versus a big box haunted attraction versus like a more mom and pop community haunt? Because I would imagine that there are probably different rules for what you can or can't do in those. So what would you say is the difference between those scenarios?
My first initial answer is definitely the freedom, because obviously, as we know, the higher the IPs, the higher amount of crowds that come to certain events like theme parks, Howl-O-Scream, HHN, and those are going to draw, the more they want safety, obviously. And safety should always be it no matter what, obviously. Small, big, whatever, should be safe. But I think at the mom and pop type haunts that you get that freedom, but you get a little bit more connection with the management team. And they trust you more, and they get to know you more. And you kind of get there isn't the wave of chains you have to go to get something to happen. You could be like, hey, I've got this cool idea. And then usually they're like, yeah, let's try it tonight.
Yeah.
If it works, cool, let's do it. If not, then we just won't do it. And then at the theme parks, it's kind of like, not literally this, but it's almost like submit this paperwork and then go talk to this person who's going to talk to that person. So
We can't. We're not going to light you on fire tonight.
yeah.
But it'd be so cool.
But at Dark Horizon,
Light
Dark Horizon.
They
And all
would've
this
at least
excess
thought.
alcohol.
Light you on fire while you're sliding.
whatever you
Yes.
want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go drink if you want.
Sounds great.
Go drink, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
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 On a whole Dark Horizon.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh,
place.
good times.
Yeah. So I'd say the freedom for sure. That's what I think is the biggest thing that distincts both of them separately.
Okay.
That you could be doing in terms of, and also being able to develop your characters. Depending on what you are or what you do, you get that more freedom than, hey, you're an IP character in this house or this street. You got to play that character. You got to be that character. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's why I would
What's
say
your
that.
favorite part about sliding for each of you? Like, what do you like the most about it?
I mean, again, it sounds biased, but for me, it's the freedom of sliding as a tool. It's not only the only thing you are. So
Okay.
just like a chainsaw is a tool.
Yep.
Sliding's a tool. So, but it's a tool in your toolbox that's like having the best tool to have.
Okay.
Because I've seen grown men and all types of people fall to the ground or be scared because when
bet
you're
that's the
walking
best.
as a
Yeah.
character or walking as a guest, especially if you're drinking, as a lot of people do at these events and stuff, your eyes are straight ahead.
Yeah, your eyes are always up. They're
You're
never
always up.
They're never down.
Never
Yep.
down. So you can always catch them. So that'd be me. That's what my thing is. Just the freedom and the tool that you have in that toolbox. That's amazing to use.
What about you guys? What do you like the
Same
most
thing
about
as
doing
Jordan,
it?
but I'm gonna change it up a bit. Probably doing the tricks. Since I've worked at Scary Farm for 8 years, we weren't allowed to do tricks out on the streets or scary zones.
Boo.
Yeah.
So
That's so
People do
sad.
love the
having-
tricks.
yeah,
They
having
love
that
You mean like the
freedom.
jumps and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so having that freedom, coming over here and doing more tricks and stuff that I didn't get to back in California. I don't know. I think that's probably the best part. I think.
Yeah, I've seen you
Is
guys do
just
some pretty
learning
cool
the
stuff at
tricks,
SeaWorld,
yeah.
actually. Like the
Yeah.
tricks and stuff. Yeah.
That's a good one.
No.
What about you, Aidan?
I think for me, more than anything, it's just the physicality of it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it's not just in a house with one motion that we're allowed to do. I guess that's kind of the freedom
It's
too.
advanced scaring.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, like, when you leave set from your 30 minutes out there, you need that break. You're exhausted.
Yeah.
And you go home and you're sore. And I like that. I like that I have something that is a little extra. Like, I need a little bit more athleticism for it. Not to discount anyone that, like, works in a house, because that is very physical as well.
Absolutely.
But this is just, like, one step above that, and I love that. I also like the thought of making grown men, like, go home and, like, think that I might be
Yeah.
under their bed. Just, like, crawling
great.
out. I
Sliding in and
love
out.
that. Yeah.
Oh, when you guys like crawl on the ground,
I
it's
love that
terrifying.
thought that,
Yeah.
like, it's still there.
That's awesome. Very cool. All right, so we got to talk about gear because obviously you can't just go plain clothes and do this
And just
stuff.
slide on your knees.
So
from
let's
nothing.
just do this from like the bottom up.
Okay.
Right? So shoes. So what's going on with the shoes? I see a lot of wear Chuck Taylors, like that kind of thing. Is there a particular reason why, or what do you got to do to shoes to get started? Because you got to get that traction to get that running start.
I feel like they would be more like light and comfortable, right, to wear. I'm assuming. Yeah.
This is a hot topic in the sliding community.
Is it really?
When it comes to gear in general, but shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially Scott's going to watch this and he's going to hate everything I say
Yeah.
right now when it
That's
comes
all
to
right.
footwear.
Most
yeah.
of the time, I see the high top
It's a safe
Converse.
space.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I love
sliding
it.
safe space.
Yeah. But yes, I
Yeah.
would say Converse Chucks, are
Yep.
good because low top or high top you can choose. They're lighter.
Yeah.
They tend to fit the toe caps better to
Okay.
fit on there that I've seen. I know some people have used Vans as well. Vans are a little obviously bulkier.
Yeah.
You used wrestling shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott does the same thing. We
Oh,
both
really?
enjoy wrestling shoes because you get the high tops of those. It has the ankle support.
Yep.
It's flexible. Like, I feel like I have a good amount of grip in them.
Wait. Wrestling shoes like professionally wrestling?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get
that's cool.
those and build them out of that. I think it's comfy.
Like boots?
Yeah,
like
wrestling
the
boots.
wrestling boots.
Not
the
like
black-
the boots, just like the shoes, like the little high top shoes
Oh,
that come
okay,
up just
okay.
above your ankles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like the boxing ones too. You see boxers wear
Yeah,
those
Oh,
too.
yeah,
yes.
you see them
Similar
with
thing.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
I
know.
love those, and that's what Scott uses. We actually like
Yep.
every now and then we'll send pictures of our latest builds of wrestling shoes.
Latest mod.
Yes.
But then I like high top Converse. Keenan
I like
likes
low top.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I've
so-
seen you with the
Yeah.
low top and the high top.
Kind of like a personal preference.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so you mentioned toe caps. So those are like the toe guard
Yep.
things, right? So those are like when you're dragging along, so your shoes
Like dragging
don't
on
get
the
wasted.
feet, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you tape them, right? Don't you tape them with the duct tape or no?
Go on. Yeah, you
Yeah.
go with this one. With other things, you're good.
The E6000 glue is that what we use.
Okay.
To glue the steel toe caps onto the shoes, and then for extra strength, we usually use the duct tape.
Okay.
I use just the normal duct tape that you see like at Walmart. You know,
Yeah.
like the different colors.
I
Mm-hmm.
use Gorilla
I just,
Tape.
Yeah.
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 Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hang on. My bad.
Please sponsor us.
Buy it all at
Yeah.
Home Depot.
But any tape will work. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's usually how I keep mine on, and they usually stay on for the whole season. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And
so-
knee pads?
Yeah.
Knee
So
pads.
okay,
Yep.
well, hold on though, because like shins, like do you wear like long
Oh, shin-
pants?
okay.
You obviously, I'm thinking like motorcycle, like road rash, right? Like you would want to protect everything.
Yeah, because the shins are going
so like
on the ground as
how
well.
does- how do, when we go up to like from your foot to your shin, do you guys wear jeans?
You guys
Do
wear
shorts?
jeans?
Like how does that work?
Well, again, Keenan wears shorts, and it's his preference. Like, and you want to say why
Yeah.
you wear shorts? Like, why you prefer that?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kinda like
it
what
just
you
felt
do.
Calves
more
out in the
comfortable.
sun.
Whatever
Yeah.
feels comfortable to me.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I don't know. I just stay with that pretty much look for every season. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just kind of like wearing baseball socks for some reason. So
Okay.
that makes sense.
that's why I usually pull up my pants. You'll see me pull up my pants all the time.
A lot of the
Yeah.
girls too, they like wearing the leggings, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
depending, or
Yeah,
like
well,
more.
when you're sliding, you should have, if you're just doing an upright slide, you should have 4 points of contact, which are your toes and your knees. So if you're doing it correctly, nothing in between should be touching the ground.
Okay.
So you can wear shorts. I've actually gotten to where I prefer like bicycle shorts
Yeah, there
and
you go.
tall socks.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what gets you around. It just depends on preference once again. And I know we have a couple of sliders that have leather spats that they kind of put. It covers like the top of their shoe and a little bit of their shin.
Okay.
Talon.
Yeah.
Talon, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because I know in the
Those.
clown carnival, they wear the tutus and stuff, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
But then there is someone like the sliders up in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I know there is one slider up there. I'm trying to remember who it was, but he kind of has the shin guard thing going down his whole leg. But the
Okay.
cool thing about that is, and it's not necessarily like what Aidan said, it's not that he's sliding Ron, but it can add a new feature by putting Flint on there, like when we get to the gloves eventually,
Yeah.
and kind of make more of an effect. I think Slider Jesus even has done it before.
Yeah.
You
and I
know.
know in
Oh, yeah.
Tampa, Halloween
Yeah.
Scream, they
Yes.
they gotta have like PVC pipes that take up like their whole leg.
Whole entire leg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So just another thing it's all about. Aidan made a good point. If you're comfortable in it, and does it work?
Yep.
Just experiment with things. You know, that's how I started. You know, with different gear and stuff. Like I just found things. I'm like, let's see if this works. You know, like on my shin or whatever to get more. Faster speed.
You're always trying new
stuff.
things.
Yeah, trying
yeah.
new things
Oh,
all
for
the
sure.
time, yeah.
For
all
sure.
the time.
And this is all like the undergear because you have to put like a costume on top of.
That's
things.
true.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Just-
true.
so
On
long.
top of all those
Yeah.
layers, too. So, yeah.
So obviously knee pads.
Yep.
So I can't just get any knee pads, right? Because they got to have some sort of smoothness to them, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what kind of like what are you going for?
But the Sinister Slider, yeah.
Yes. Well, that's a good point. She brings up his specific pads because there are a difference with pads. A lot of times it comes from either the BMX world with like skateboarding or riding a bike,
Yeah.
or with was it derby?
Yeah, roller derby.
Roller
derby,
derby,
Has
yeah.
a lot
yeah.
of the same
That's right.
pads in
Yeah.
that.
Yep, and some are bulkier. 187 kind of has a bulkier pad. I preferably I don't like those because I like the slim one, like Sinister's pads.
Yeah.
You know, those are more my type because I'm just a tall, thin guy. So I like
Yeah.
all my gear to be kind of with my body that way.
Mm-hmm.
And but when it comes to caps, Eternal caps are
Oh,
the
for
best
sure.
caps
100%.
because they can take a beating way better than just.
Yeah. Because I would imagine you would need something to last all night and through the season
Yeah.
and all that. Because,
Yeah. How long does this stuff last?
Yeah.
Like if you get a set of toe caps and knee pads and Is this something you're replacing
Because that's a
every
lot of
season?
that's a lot
or-
of friction.
Everyone's different. It just depends how heavy you are on your knees.
Yep.
It depends on the ground
And
as
the ground
well.
too. There's a lot of factors that go into it.
So you got to know how
So
many
you
times
gotta-
to use it, when to slide
Yeah.
and when not
Yeah.
to. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your tires. You get your tires rotated
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Move your caps
Yeah.
around too.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Save money. There you go.
You are due for a slider rotation.
Exactly. Yep. Switch them up.
Okay.
That's cool.
Do you have
Yeah.
to switch up the gear like throughout the season? Sometimes it gets too worn out, or
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending
Yeah.
on who. Some of us are
A little more gentle.
a little bit different with it, and we know what to build on it, what to add to it to
Yeah.
make it last. And some people are new, and we all were there at one point. We were new. You're just excited.
And they're
You're
just overusing it, huh?
Yeah.
that gear,
Yep.
and you're like, okay, well, I just went through this in 2
I
weeks.
just went through this
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
So
That would probably be me. I would be too excited.
All right, looks like not moving on up here, gloves, and I've seen a lot of different gloves from different sliders here, with the metal tips, and they do the little clacking.
No, the
which is
clacky
cool.
thingies. Yeah.
And then I see that some have like some sparking surge pucks where they spark along.
They spark on the ground. Yep.
which is
Yep.
really cool. That's awesome. And you know what? I'm gonna send them an invoice here. Sinister Slide Gear. You owe me. All right. So if you want to just buy stuff off the
maybe
shelf,
they
you
can
can buy
send
it
us
right
some
here on
stuff to
the
try.
website.
I could try it out in front of your house there, Johnny.
yeah,
Sure.
there you go.
You can video me trying it out. We can
Devin's
post
loving all this right now. His whole company's
Can you
getting.
imagine just seeing me sliding up and down in
Yeah,
front of your
somebody
house?
tag them. That's awesome. Very, very cool. So the gloves, because is that personal preference? And I would imagine that you can't. Certain equipment works in certain locations, right? Like
Yep.
you have asphalt or concrete or whatever, and
Yep.
you got to kind of change it up because it's not like a one size fits all type thing, you know?
Or can you slide on wet ground? Does it have to be dry?
No,
Like
you
after
can
it rains?
do-
You
Yeah,
can?
you can do
Yeah. Okay.
wet
You can't
ground.
stop yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets a little slippery.
Okay,
You have
I would assume
you have to
so,
gauge
yeah.
it
Can you
correctly.
slide
Yeah.
on ice?
You,
Not in Florida.
You could, but you wouldn't stop.
Yeah, synthetic ice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very, very cool. So when you are working for like a theme park, like let's say SeaWorld, because you can see these folks at SeaWorld this upcoming year, do they provide like a basic gear, or is it like bring your own gear? How does that work? Like what's your relationship as opposed to a character where they go in, they get their costume, they go to their spot or whatever? What's the difference between that? Not saying it's any better or any worse, but like what's the difference between that and being an actual slider and a performer that way?
One thing I definitely would give a shout out to with SeaWorld Orlando is where, again, Keenan and I started, you made your own gear and you provided your own gear. Like, no, our theme parks that we worked for and our events did not give us gear. So we're kind of from that time of, and even Aidan with Dark Horizon, where she had to make hers, we're kind of from that time of the gear we make is what we're liking and what we're used to, so we kind of stick to that sometimes.
Yeah.
But they actually provide the entire slide team full sets of gear.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That's very
SeaWorld does.
fortunate.
Oh, wow.
buys
That's
it.
cool. That's awesome.
not cheap, as we all
Right.
Yeah.
know.
Oh, that's awesome. I
No,
didn't
Yeah,
know that.
Very nice.
they provide it. They obviously, they gave us the costumes too and stuff like
Yeah.
that wherever we are for that year.
Yeah.
But they provide the full set of gear, which I always tell everybody that's new, that's great. It's good they get their first
Yeah.
set. But I'm like, but get used to what you like and what you don't like. Because you may have to add to it. You
Yeah.
know, like Keenan, when it comes to gloves, he's got big old hockey
Yeah.
gloves he
Yeah,
wears.
yeah. I remember
You
when you
know?
were the Wolfman. Yeah.
And that's something that SeaWorld's not going to buy for him.
Yeah.
that one,
Absolutely,
you know?
yeah. So those were your own that you provided.
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
bought those. I took a long time to work on those too. So like,
Yeah.
those are my babies now.
Yep.
Like,
It was
they're
great. Yeah,
still-
it added to the costume.
they're
Like, it
still going
enhanced
strong,
it. It was
too,
great.
so-
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that the same pair from Deadly Ambush?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. And so I think it's one of the only haunts. I can't speak for all haunts. I don't know all of them, but one of the major theme parks that buys the gear for their sliders.
Oh, that's cool.
So
It's very cool. Oh.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Gabriella, I go through 3 knee pads a season.
I believe
3
that.
sets.
I can
Wow,
believe
that's
that too.
crazy.
Yeah, especially on whatever kind of ground she's on too.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
can make it rough.
That's
so,
true. Yep.
All right.
Definitely.
So you got the metal fingertips, got the protective stuff. The actual sparking stuff, like how does that work with the discs on the hands and the things? Like, I don't know.
You would know. Yeah. Why don't you talk about
Like,
that
you
one
just
a little
gotta,
bit?
you
I'm
gotta,
taking that one
Yeah.
away.
you gotta go at a
Take that one,
certain
Aidan.
speed. Like,
No, it's just a puck. It's usually not resin based, but kind of like what cutting boards are made out of, whatever that is. I'm blanking on the word.
Form of plastic, I guess. Yeah.
But then it has flint built into it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so as it wears down, the flint hits whatever you're on, and that's what creates the spark. And then with the pucks, you can get so many different ones. Sinister has a really good spark puck.
Use code HauntScene for 0% off.
But then also you can get, like knee boarders have spark bars, and you can put those on your gloves, and then you can also just get regular knee pad, not knee pad, what did I just say? But just plastic pucks to help you slide. Another thing that's kind of preference too, because I know we have a couple of sliders that don't like sliding with sparks.
Well, and originally there were no pucks with the flint in them. Again, I came from sound old over here, but when we started, washers were a big thing that you went to Home Depot or Lowe's.
Wow.
That was
really?
my first
Okay.
set of
Yeah.
gloves.
Oh, yeah,
had
exactly.
Washers.
Because we were showing them at Dark Horizon, the ones that hadn't slid yet.
Yeah.
Like we're like, we'll just show you what we were showed, shown, and it was washers. It was like some random pieces of metal, different things.
Yeah.
Any
Whatever you
metal
can find.
pieces you can find.
Yeah, whatever you could find. It looked like a junkyard on your hands.
Yes.
So it's just trash or metal.
I still have
Whatever
my
works.
first pair.
I think we all, literally, I have my first pair still, and it is the pair that still has held up to this day.
Honestly, I wore those at our slide day.
Yep.
Like they're still hanging in there.
Yep, and now you can do anything. I mean,
wow,
there's so many
okay.
things you can buy, make, that can, again, fit your hands in whatever you prefer.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the tap shoes, the metal piece of the tap shoes you can put on your palm. Those help.
Oh, cool.
Really well
They're
too,
like the
so.
perfect shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
I didn't realize. I just didn't
Me
realize.
neither,
It's so in depth.
That's awesome. So you guys find new things
When
throughout
he
the
was like,
season
I
to
bought,
like
I bought
add
I
to
bought
it
the
and enhance it?
6,000 glue. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
The Elmer's glue we all used in
Yeah,
school is probably
we
not
just-
going to hold
yeah,
as well.
no. We just see what's on the surface, but
Hot
that's really
glue
cool.
gun.
Yeah.
Or Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
That's
or
very
Gorilla
cool.
No, we
Glue.
don't
Not
use
sponsored.
Gorilla Glue for
Sponsored.
that. Yeah.
Or tape. Gorilla tape.
Yeah,
No.
Gorilla
No.
tape is all right. I work with Gorilla tape. It does its job. Or the T-Rex
For the
tape.
night, for
I
the
like the
night.
T-Rex
Yeah.
tape
T-Rex
too.
tape.
T-Rex
Yeah,
tape.
See,
it's
I never
even
heard of it.
better than Gorilla tape.
Man,
I like the
T-Rex.
OG
Sponsored.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the OG stuff. Yeah,
The
same.
OG stuff,
I'm the same
yeah.
way, but that's cool. I didn't know how depth that
Yeah.
goes into sliding. That's awesome. Very
So
cool.
all of that gear, and then it seems like it's all customizable and per personal preference
Yeah.
to keep you comfortable and safe and effective. And then on top of that goes the costumes,
Yep.
right? Like you're a
The costume that you
character,
guys are given. Yep.
And like how does that work? Because obviously when they size people for costumes, they usually do a lot of like size casting. I know Horror Nights does that kind of thing. But like when they have these costumes, are they specifically built for that sort of scare? Or is it you're trying to make it fit into being a slider? Like, how does that work?
So it should be done the way where it kind of fits into what they're doing, just like stilt walking. They're going to have
Like
the long
comfortability.
legs.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly. So when we started out at Hallowscream, it was kind of having to bring SeaWorld along a little bit with what we were doing. Us here, Scott, those of us that have done it, different ideas and ways. And, there's bumps along the way because, it's what they want. It's their image. But then having to make it work to where it's not going to hinder the performer or be unsafe. And a tactic they used at Knott's and that Scott from Slider Dynamics likes to use a lot is they would put the knee pad under the pants and then cut a hole in it so that only the cap was showing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that the costume integrity was there.
yeah.
That is cool. That does work. A lot of people I know also don't like doing that, whether especially if they like wearing shorts or whatever, this, that. And for me, like I'll do that and I don't mind it. My preference is using the pad outside the pants, because then I can adjust it through the night if I have to and
True,
stuff like
yeah.
that. So just like kind of the trending term here for all this, preference.
Perfect.
Yep.
What's comfortable, what's safe.
Because it's different
know.
for every person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do think we're fortunate at SeaWorld Wardrobe if we go up to them and say, this particular thing is an issue with sliding. They're usually very quick about trying to figure out how to fix that for us.
Yes.
And I've appreciated that throughout the years.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
100%.
Yeah. They spoil you guys at SeaWorld. I love
Oh, they
that. Yeah, they
definitely
take
do.
good care of you.
Yes.
That's good. I'm
Compared
It's
to
good-
a
it's
lot
good to
of
hear that,
situations,
yeah.
Yeah.
And like the hockey gloves, you can add other stuff to your costumes if you want, like other accessories
yeah.
and stuff if you guys want. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's
Can't
cool.
get out of control.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as long as
Would they have to-
looking at
There
you.
are some people. I mean,
Would they have to
there's a-
approve it
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you use it?
There's
There's a
a
line.
comment
Okay.
about your wigs.
There
on
is.
There was. I did
yeah.
see
there
that
is
earlier.
actually.
It goes
Oh,
Keenan
that's-
and his wigs
Uh-huh.
from Danielle
So-
Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not pointing fingers, but also
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna wear a wig now for every season.
Keenan and his
Everyone
wigs.
loves my wigs.
Yeah.
It's too hot out to wear a wig, I feel
Yeah,
like.
in Florida, it is so hot. here.
Yeah. It really is though.
I would imagine that's an additional thing you gotta wear.
I would feel
Doc.
too, like
It's so
for
hot
weather
here,
and stuff,
yeah.
since it's so hot, like breathable, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
comfortable. Yeah.
Under Armour type materials, that type of
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
Those athletic gear, you know, moisture wickening, all those different terms of those type of gear for sure.
Or if it's tend to get colder, I guess sometimes during the fall, right? You guys
Sometimes
will have
it's happened,
winter wear.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
Sometimes it's happened. My character one year, I remember it was back in California. We were like purge type characters, so it was super cold in California, a lot more than it is here. It was easy because I just throw a black hoodie on underneath,
Yeah.
you know, and it worked, you know. But if you're, you know, a clown or you're a vampire, depending on what, you kind of have to. Maybe something that's hidden, that's
Yeah.
long sleeve to stay warmer. But luckily in Florida, we really don't have that issue.
That's true. And you guys are always moving and
Yeah.
and running around a lot, so I would assume it would make you guys hot throughout the night too. So
It gets.
Very cool. So what do you do in the off season? Like from, you know, obviously you're doing the auditions coming up here at the end of July, but like when it's November 1st and let's say Halloween's over, how do you keep yourself engaged or in a sliding shape or whatever? Like what do you all do in the off season?
Oh, we'll start with them.
yeah, buddy. What's your workout routine?
Yeah, what do you do?
Before we do Krampus Fest, before we did Krampus Fest,
Yeah.
I have a rule where I don't slide from like November to like July,
Okay.
just because I want to save my body for every season of Haunt. So yeah, that rule's broken now, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah. So like I'll slide whenever now. It's just fun learning new tricks and stuff. I only have so many years left of sliding probably. So
Whoa, old
Wow.
man over here.
I know.
Hot mic
I'm
drop
getting
right
up
So
there.
I only have so
I'm
many
getting
years
up
of
there.
doing the show.
Yeah.
I don't speak for
Years.
Johnny though.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Johnny, if you're watching, I'll speak.
Yeah.
You'll slide till you're 70.
Yeah, it will be.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Keenan there with me. It was kind of like after haunt season, I would take a large break until at least like March even.
We do too.
Yeah, because
we hibernate for 6 months
you
after.
do. You hibernate. You
You
need
have
that
to, yeah.
reset button, you know. But now we have Krampus Fest that that we do, which is an awesome event in the Milk District, and we put on a show there.
Oh yeah, I saw you guys did that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Very
so
cool. I
we
saw
got to
videos
do
and
those
stuff.
rehearsals leading up to and that. So that kind of and then Syndicate, we put on these events like Slider Night, and we're doing stuff a lot. But I say, I try to, because of my job, my real job, I try to stay in shape 24/7 as much as I can year round, but be safe with what I'm doing though. The workouts I'm doing for haunt season aren't the workouts I do when I'm being a fireman. You know what I mean? It's very separate. So because it's for different muscle groups and your knees hurt after doing it for 2.5 months a little bit.
My knees
No,
hurt
that's
now.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Aidan? What do you do?
Oh, well, I'm fortunate enough to still have work in the entertainment industry. And so having to put on costumes and be out in the sun, whether it's summer or even during the wintertime here in Florida, it's a lot on your body. Yeah, loose winter.
Two weeks out of the year, we have to wear hoodies.
Yes. And I am
60
freezing.
That's 2 weeks.
It gets below 70 and I gotta have 2 jackets. But no, I'm fortunate to be able to continue that type of strenuous work on my body. And then I try to keep a workout routine outside. I'm not saying I always stick to it, but then when it does get close to haunt season, I change it up and I try to focus more on, my cardio and my core and lots of squats, because that's 90% of sliding is just
Is there
squats.
legs? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm fortunate in that sense.
Do you keep that up during the haunt season too, while you guys are sliding? Like you keep working
We're
out?
just working enough.
I was just working enough.
Stretching.
Yeah. Okay.
Stretching,
Well, some of us
stretching.
stretch.
Yeah.
Would you say stretching is very important?
Extremely important, Keenan.
It is very
Oh, you're looking
important.
at me.
Are we getting up and keeping
I was
Why
thinking,
you up on me?
this is a perfect example. Stretches a lot. Should stretch more, but stretch a good amount. Doesn't stretch really much at all.
Or don't do it right is
Yeah,
more like
yeah.
it.
Wow.
Yeah, more stretching during the season though
Yeah.
than some of the
Okay.
workouts. Because like you said, Johnny, the sliding's kind of already your workout during that season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, we're 3/4 of the way through. I think we should get to some questions.
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
The questions are fun. You guys ready for the questions?
let's do it.
terrified.
I'm
Let's
down.
go.
Let's
These
go.
are really hard questions. Some of these we probably already addressed here, but let's get into the 10 questions.
You have to think about them sometimes. So
Yeah.
be ready, Keenan. Put your thinking cap on. Put your thinking wig on.
Yeah, there's a thinking way down.
Yeah, I should have a week for that.
You should.
Pop up now. Just have a wait.
All right, first question, and we'll how about this? We'll start with Aidan. We'll go this way, and the next question will go that way. All right.
go.
So I won't keep track of that. All right.
Okay.
First
I will.
question. We kind of already touched on this a little bit. What got you into haunt sliding? But like, let's turn it around another way. What's the if somebody wanted to get into haunt sliding, where would you start them?
Well, actually, Jordan and I are in the process of putting together a few workshops outside of SeaWorld through Syndicate. So reaching out to us would be a fantastic place to start, honestly. But really, a lot of self-taught stuff, like if you get on YouTube, you can learn anything from the school of YouTube and just get out there and throw yourself at the ground a little bit, get the feel of it. And
Don't die.
then definitely
Yeah,
reach out to
don't die.
us. Yeah, don't die.
That's a very important rule.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not doing it.
I feel like I would hurt myself. I would be afraid of hurting myself, honestly.
Anything else that you guys would want to add to that, like getting people into sliding?
Or like, is there a certain age, like
Oh,
how young,
absolutely
how
not.
young you can
Yeah.
be to start sliding?
mean-
like
6 months.
like
We'll just grab Baby Nova.
throw it.
Yeah.
We'll strap a bunch of gear and slide Baby Nova along the road.
Devin, do you hear that? Get some 6-month-old pads.
Get
Put on
some
your side.
6-month-old
Get us your
pads. There you
6
go.
months.
Yeah.
Oh my
like
God.
Me is a
can
good
can
time.
kids
Yeah,
start
I
doing
mean,
it?
at our
Or-
slide
okay.
day, we had, I hate to call our Johnny out again, but I mean, he's 42. And then we had a group of kids came to Hallow Scream with their family, and they kind of fell in love with sliding. And I think their youngest, how old would you say it's 12?
12, 11, 12.
Yeah, right before.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other one, he's 15. He's
Yeah.
a teenager. I'm really bad at guessing kids.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
There. He's
Yeah.
around 14, 15 years old.
Feels right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, really, as soon as they start showing interest, like, get them going. Why not? Let
Yeah.
kids be
Yeah.
passionate.
Slide them some gear.
Slide them some gear.
Number 2. the second one.
Keeping track of this. Keeping track.
gonna
Everyone
go
in the
to
chat,
Chili's-
keep track of how many
Go to
slider jokes.
Chili's later. I'm gonna get some sliders.
Sliders.
I'll take that. That's 3.
That's
good.
3.
Yeah,
That's 3. Count them 3.
Very cool. All right, next question. We'll start over here. Describe the experience of your first attempt at sliding.
Story time.
Day
First
one.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Keenan.
Oh,
Day
man, I have to go
0.
really
With the wig and
Yeah.
everything.
Back when the sign, yeah.
back like professionally, like at like Scary Farm or like as
Very first time
ever.
ever
time.
ever sliding.
When
First.
When they invented the light bulb
Yeah.
back
Oh,
then,
okay,
that's
gotcha,
when you were
gotcha,
sliding.
gotcha.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, I think I still have a video of it on my Facebook of me sliding for the very first
I would
time.
love to see
I
that.
think
Let's go.
it's
Someone
at
find
my
it.
grandma's.
Someone go on to Keenan's Facebook and find that
It's
video,
at my
please.
grandma's house,
So we can
like,
see it.
just
Aw.
sliding on the sidewalk, and I didn't even have steel toes on my shoes.
Oh,
I was
wow.
wearing like normal shoes. I think I had what are they called? Protec.
Oh,
knee
yeah.
pads?
The ones
Oh,
from
yeah.
Target?
Yeah,
or
the-
your
Oh,
Walmart?
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I had those on, and I had my gloves with just the washers on it. They were like work gloves too, like they weren't even like strapped on or anything. And I slid upright and totally normal. Didn't eat it, nothing. So I know, kind of boring.
There you go.
But like,
Yeah.
It's a natural.
that's my first slide, just on a sidewalk at my grandma's house.
As long-
Yeah.
Bravo.
Good job. As long as you
Wow,
didn't die,
wow.
Keenan, that's
Yeah,
all that
no.
matters. Now you're here now.
Jordan.
What about you, Jordan?
Mine was not as graceful as Keenan's was. I used to, I would skateboard, ride bikes, do all that, saw sliding, and I was like, yep, you know what, let's go down this hill and let's slide and see how this goes.
no.
In California, they do something called street sweeping, like once a month, where they like clean the roads out and this, that, but like everything gets like pushed to the side. So I went through this area of just debris. And
wow.
went down a hill, ran right into a trash can.
Oh, wow.
Right into a trash can. And got up and I was like, yeah, let's do it again. Just keep going. Because that's what I like to, like, if I mess up, I just keep going, do it again and again. And that was my first ever slide. And I agree. My second attempt at sliding was like those Pro-Tecs from Walmart, but I was borrowing my buddy's gear who was a slider. So I was using
very
good
cool.
gear for my first slide. Was not my gear. But then I was like, oh, I got to go get my own with a little bit of money I had. And it was, let me go to Walmart. Yeah, those ones. That works.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that was that. So
Very cool. Aidan.
Mine was kind of poetic in some ways. No, it was with Scott at Dark Horizon at the audition. They threw a set on me and gave me a quick summary of how to do it. I definitely had more of a formal education than what they did. And mine was great. I felt like I did well, I guess. I mean, I'm still here, so yeah. No, it was nice. Yeah, and yeah, no, way better than whatever you guys did. So
I mean, at least Scott saw yours.
yes.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
no, that is very true.
Well, that's another thing I want to ask. Like, if someone comes to the slider audition, do they already have to know how to slide? Like, have an idea of knowing how to slide, or do you guys train them?
we
To
do
slide.
offer
Yeah.
training, like she
Okay.
was saying, with the workshops and stuff. Scott's training obviously is, professional through SeaWorld.
Okay.
But we do suggest partnering with somebody because a lot of we'll send out like, hey, someone from the team is willing to teach or show,
Okay.
and get a little bit of the grasp of at least like, are you okay with throwing yourself on the ground?
Like the basics.
Yeah.
the basics.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
if you're not okay with that, it's probably not the
Just
role
don't.
in Halloween to do. There's plenty
Okay,
of other roles
gotcha,
to do.
gotcha.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I do think that's grown a little bit too, because it did used to be, the audition was almost a mini workshop.
yeah.
And now, since the slider scene has grown here in Orlando in particular, it's definitely more of a come in, can you do ABC? And then we go from there. Less of here's how you slide.
Okay. Gotcha.
Very cool. All right, next question here. What would be your dream location or haunt to slide at?
Oh, you're ready for this.
So
This is all.
so when I moved here, I always thought it'd be so cool to bring sliding to Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes.
Orlando,
Yeah. We talked about that. Yes.
in the form of how it should be here. And Dark Horizon came up, which was awesome. You know what I mean? And that really got a start for that. Shout out to Taylor, by the way, our friend Taylor. If it weren't
Taylor
for Taylor,
Byerly, what a woman.
yeah, there wouldn't be sliding in Florida or in Orlando at all. That happened, and I was like, we might have something here to get this going. And I was like, we can get this into a theme park. I didn't say what theme park, didn't know what. I mean, I was even, who knows, Legoland. I don't know. And
Peppa Pigs.
yeah, right? Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig haunt night. One night only, people. And I was like, no, we're going to get this in a theme park. And a lot of people said, it's not going to happen, Jordan. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Then SeaWorld happened.
Yep.
And now people are telling me, it's not going to happen, Jordan. And my goal, before I retire from Halloween, is I'm going to get, my dream is to bring sliding to HHN Orlando in multiple capacities, not just scaring, show aspects,
Yeah.
also bringing it to their Mardi Gras event.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be
Performing
awesome.
Tricks before the
Yeah.
parade, going through the parade. I have this, that's why they were laughing. I have all of this mapped out
I think that would be really cool.
perfectly.
You heard it
So-
here
Didn't
first.
All
they
of you
have it like many
listening,
years ago
yeah.
at Islands of Adventure? Didn't they have sliders like many years ago when they had an island?
So a lot of people bring this up to me that there were sliders years ago, right?
Yeah.
Now, I finally found the answer to that because my brothers have done Halloween Horror Nights for
Yeah.
many years way back when. And I asked them about it more with what they did. A lot of what happened back then was people that knew about it were kind of just doing it. Back to the freedom sometimes that the events
Oh,
were.
I see. Yeah.
My brother Brandon
yeah.
was in Deadtropolis, the zombie zone
Okay.
in New York years ago, and he was on a bicycle. His bike, like after like a few weekends, broke because he would just like slide in front of people with
Yeah.
his bike and
Yep.
try to scare them. But he had knee pads on. So when his bike broke, they're like, just go out there and just be a normal zombie. So he would start sliding as a zombie in Deadtropolis.
Oh, I see.
And he brought his old gear out, and he
Okay.
would do that. And back then, again, sometimes, and this is all haunts, not just
Yeah.
Universal.
Yep.
Sometimes there was a little more freedom. You know what I mean? With certain things.
I think there was a little bit more freedom back in the years
yeah.
prior
Understandable.
than there are now.
Yeah,
Yes.
because obviously,
Yeah.
sometimes guests get a little bit more rowdy as the years go
and
on.
the event is a little bit more crowded,
more crowded,
and busier,
yeah,
and
so you
popular.
have to adjust,
Yep,
you know.
yep.
But a lot of it was kind of that. So
Yeah.
yes and no.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about for the dream thing would be a full professional setup with it, just like there is. You're used to seeing stilt walkers. You're going to be used to seeing sliders.
Yep.
And I think we can do it because it's proven that it can be done in California. And not anyone that's been to Not Scary Farm knows Ghost Town is a very, very crowded scare zone.
Yes, from what I've seen
Yes.
on videos and in person, yes,
With a lot of
it
fog.
very much is.
And it's
yes,
very dark.
And it's very dark.
so it would be
Yeah.
Great question.
Someday.
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 Yeah.
All right, next one. Rapid fire. We gotta wrap these up.
All right.
Let's go.
Who do you look up to as a slider?
For each of you.
Oh, you look up to us?
No.
He is very tall. He doesn't really look up to hardly anybody.
Okay.
Do you have like somebody you maybe follow or would say to follow in the slider community?
For me, it was always, I said, my brothers. Because my brothers started doing it. They never got into it as much as I did with it, but it was my brothers because they really honed in on it a lot with me, and they just enjoyed doing it. And then some old friends from back in the day that were part of Decade and stuff like that I'd watch and see them do
Okay.
it. So
Yeah.
So yeah, like all the vets at Scary Farm, you know, going there as a child, you know, just looking up to them, getting me into sliding. All my, you know, fellow sliders in Carnival too. There's so many people to name. I'm bad with names anyways, but like all of you guys at Scary Farm, basically, yeah.
Very cool.
No, that's fair. I mean, there's our father Scott, always.
Her father Scott.
But then I mean, there's the Queen Bee herself, Bobbins. Like, she's an icon. She really built a name for herself as a slider and a scare actor, and she's a really good person to look up to. Both, like I said, as a slider and a scare actor, just an all around great performer.
absolutely.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right, next one. What is your routine when getting ready for a night of haunt sliding?
Go to Wawa. No, I'm kidding.
Waffle House.
He's not
Chili's?
kidding,
How about
though.
Chili's for Jordan?
You go to Waffle House afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you could start. You could
No, mine's quick. I listen to my Halloween haunt season playlist pretty much, and I just get my gear on the way I'm ready to go, and then if I do all that, I'm good to go. So
Very
Okay.
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. I feel like I always start off with a routine and then it dwindles throughout the season into me just laying on the floor staring at the ceiling fan and then getting stuff ready and going out. But it starts off with me stretching and doing a little warm up, and I try to stick to it.
Like getting your head in the
but-
game, getting focused,
Yeah,
or do you
yeah,
guys just
really
go
getting
straight into
there.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it definitely dwindles throughout the season though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Keenan stretches a lot before
Yeah,
going out.
No, honestly, my routine is honestly going to Wawa and getting my, you know, drinks, a couple snacks, and then going into work and, you know, putting on my gear. Actually, I changed it.
Oh.
This past season, I now go lay down and listen to music. And then I don't know what time, but like an hour before showtime, I get all my gear on and stuff. So I take a little snooze maybe, but
I would assume rest would be important before you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
get into
yeah,
the
until
aggressive
you
sliding.
Go,
Yeah.
go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's usually what I do now.
Very cool.
I bet you guys sleep really well afterwards, though,
Oh,
don't you?
yes.
When you guys go home and just crash, or no?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
All right, next question. What is your funniest haunt sliding story?
I want to hear this.
so you got a quick one that you know?
I gotta think about it.
I got one. I'm ready.
Go.
This is my favorite
Go.
one, and it's
Okay.
from Dark Horizon.
I was a part of this.
yes, you were.
All right, this will be mine too. I'll just take this one.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So it was during a cast swap. Jordan was going in, and my best friend Vic and I, we were coming out, and he passes us, and all he says is, "Scared a girl into the porta pot, go get her." And we go over there and just start banging on the porta pot, and you hear her just blood-curdling screams.
Nice.
So naturally, we got to lean into it. So we're rocking it at this point, And then finally, we kind of like had like, all right, like we'll give her a little bit of a break. The EMTs had to come and get her out of the parking lot and escort her out. And then naturally, when she was sitting in the health services tent, we had to torture her a little bit there. Like once again, lawless land. Loved it.
That's
so
awesome.
much fun.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I think she is in very strict therapy now, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. I'm sure she's
It's
fine.
all in good fun.
Yeah,
It's all in good
exactly,
fun.
exactly.
I'm sure she's
That's
okay.
a good one. I'll piggy off that one.
Okay.
What about you, Keenan?
Man, there's so many. I'm just gonna go with like one that happens usually a lot is usually I slide and a girl runs off and trips and pretty much scrapes her knee.
I've seen a lot of that at SeaWorld,
happens,
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of times. Yeah.
Don't run.
That's probably.
Yeah.
You make it worse.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of them go to Howl-O-Scream and not knowing what it is, and then
Yeah.
finding out what it is later on at night.
Yes.
Man, where's Sesame Street? All right, next one. Name a celebrity that you would like, that you want to see try haunt sliding. Dream scenario.
Ooh.
Shoot.
Who you got?
Living or dead?
Ooh, even
Fictional.
better.
I think Adam Sandler would be hilarious.
I
I think
Sliding.
he would be funny to watch.
I think
sliding.
he'd be funny to watch.
I think Kevin Hart would be even
Kevin
funnier
Hart,
to watch
Adam Sandler,
sliding.
'cause they do videos like that of
Yeah,
different
yeah,
things. So
yeah,
yeah.
that'd be one.
I think Alan Tudyk would be funny. I think he'd make really great noises, like while he slid. That
Yeah,
would be fun.
That'd be a good one.
I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson.
Michael-
He would be
yeah.
a really good
This is
slider.
a glove.
I know.
Yeah.
The original slider.
Yeah, the moonwalk. Yeah,
That's
Moonwalk
awesome.
into a slide.
I think that would be fun to watch. Honestly. Yeah.
I do love this, actually.
All right. Next one. Any dream haunted attractions that you would like to visit or scare at? We were talking about Netherworld earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Netherworld,
I was gonna
yeah.
say
Netherworld.
Netherworld.
They
It
have sliders
sounds
at Mad World in
Mad
South
World.
Carolina.
Yeah, for me, Dark Harbor, Long Beach.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I would love to slide with the Q1
Okay.
Sliders team. Shout out to you all. You guys are awesome too.
Very cool.
Honestly, I would love to be at Knott's one day. Like,
Knott's
You know.
Knott's is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Their actors have a lot of fun out there.
exactly. It seems like it. It seems like a really cool place to work. So.
I'm gonna go with Horror Nights Hollywood.
Bring it back.
I honestly,
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Okay.
you know they have like the whole flame tower in the front.
Yeah.
You know, like,
The entrance.
Yep.
I I want to slide during that opening.
Doing the opening
ceremony.
ceremony,
Like, with
that
the
would be
flames going up.
awesome.
Oh.
Yes.
Braveheart
That's
charge
like-
at everybody.
Yeah.
That's my dream slide right there.
Yep.
That's
That would be really cool.
Nice. All right. Last two questions here. What is the hardest part of scare acting as a slider?
What you got?
Oh,
Anything?
me? I mean, honestly, going kind of back to the physicality of it all, because you have to be fit, you have to have that aggression inside you a little bit, and not everyone has that like edge in order to do sliding, and you have to be ready to throw yourself at the ground multiple times. You have to be ready to be a little bit sore each and every night. So that's. I would say that's one of the hardest parts of it.
Okay.
The guest being unpredictable.
Ooh, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, no,
I would
that's very
I
true.
would imagine that would be a hardest.
Any
Yeah.
slider
thing to
that
do,
tells
too.
you that they know for a fact what
Yep.
every guest will do, they're probably lying.
Absolutely
They're lying
not.
to you. Guests are unpredictable, as we all know.
Scary.
I'm gonna go with sliding in character.
Ooh, yeah,
One, two.
also.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part, to slide in character, because you're so focused on not hitting anyone.
Yeah.
But you still gotta be in character. So like I don't know. I feel
A lot of
Yeah.
That should
multitasking,
be-
right?
Yeah.
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 That's a good one.
That
That's a
should
very
be a
good one
new
too.
lesson
No.
in this year's
Yeah,
sliding
yeah.
group, I think.
I like
100%.
that.
Yeah,
100%.
sliding
Yeah.
character.
Nice. All right, last question.
Boom.
Cast yourself in the Slider Syndicate movie.
Oh.
Who plays you in the movie about your life?
Oh man. I know whatever I say, I'm gonna get crap for this. whatever actor I come up with.
Yeah, buddy, what you got?
How about? Oh, what's his name? I'm gonna say his name wrong. Cillian Murphy.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I couldn't. Cillian Murphy.
That's all right. Hey,
Yes. Yes. That's
Okay.
mine.
No worries. No worries.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
I can see it.
I mean, I could definitely see him running.
The height
See him
works.
running in every movie. And then he slides. Very good answer.
I like to think I'd be like the animated character that's probably voiced by like Alan Tudyk or something like that. It's just off to the side that no one knows whether like it's just an imaginary friend or.
So Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of movie where the animated characters are in the live action?
Yeah.
Be the final girl slider, like Catherine Newton.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
I can
what
also
they need. They need a slider slash.
They need a slider
slasher movie.
final
Let's
final
go.
girl. And that
Somebody
would be
make that.
I can
Slider.
also see Jordan being Jim Carrey. He'd have a funny way.
Jim
a
Carrey,
slider.
that'd be
Yes.
fun, yeah.
I think that would be a funny way.
That'd be a good one, yeah.
And doing all his like characters and stuff. Yeah.
I like that one.
Very cool. All right, well, you all made it through 10 questions.
Yay!
Good
Good job.
job.
And
Good
look,
job.
and look at that. We're about at time.
Awesome.
So
That was a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Very good. Thank you so much, guys. That was a lot of fun.
All right,
I
so
really enjoyed
let's
talking about that.
let's do this. We're going to put the camera on you all. Any shout-outs, any goodbyes, thank
Last
yous?
minute things.
Say goodbye to
You guys
America.
want to say?
Will you start? Keenan, go ahead.
Last minute goodbyes. Thanks for watching. Come out to House Scream, see us slide, and future shows, and yeah.
Yeah. Aidan?
No, yeah. Shout out to Sinister Slide Gear again, you know.
Yep.
Also follow us on everything. I know we have all the info up there. We're going to be trying to do, like I said, workshops. We're trying to put more media out there. We want to be at more cons and more events. So just follow us. Keep track.
Oh, man, MegaCon would be awesome.
MegaCon would be cool
MegaCon
too.
would be
Completely
Yeah.
flat.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
They
Great
the
floor.
They don't do a
yes.
lot of haunt related stuff there
No.
too. So
I
yeah.
think that'd be a good aspect that they would like. And,
Yeah.
But for me, again, I'll pretty much all those companies like Sinister and all them that provide gear. Shout out to Kier on our team that she puts together our entire website,
What a woman.
all our Instagram stuff. She works hard in doing that, and our entire team and people that support us at Syndicate. Involved with haunts or not, thank you very much, and you guys, it's been awesome.
Thank you. Yes,
It's been a great time.
Yeah.
they're great people, and they will slide right into your heart.
Well, now that we're at 9 o'clock, we need to slide out of here.
Yeah, five.
When you're done, you can slide your chair out there. We could go all night.
We're good.
Awesome. All right. Well, very, very cool. Thank you. We'll hang out. Obviously, you're not going anywhere.
Yep.
We'll unleash Oogie again to attack you here in a moment. Make sure you guys sign the board before you leave.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
please.
Our guest
We
board.
shall.
You're our
Yeah.
first guest this year.
Absolutely.
Those are the
Very,
ones
very
that come into
cool.
our studio. And
Very
so,
cool.
Yes,
Yeah, we'll do
definitely,
it.
please.
Awesome. So we are pretty sure we're gonna have a show next week. So
We're gonna have a person.
we do believe that we are gonna have somebody on the show, but I have not to confirm. So we might be back next week.
We might
at
be back. We
Tuesday,
might
8
be.
o'clock.
We might not.
But
We'll see.
It's when I book guests. Sometimes I book them months in advance.
True.
And sometimes they forget about it.
Do you have to slide someone in last minute?
Yes. Maybe I gotta slide into their DMs.
Yes. I'm gonna unleash all of them right now at the end of the show.
I got
I got it.
Nice. Very cool. All right. So thank you all for watching. We'll give one final shout out here to our to all the peoples. Thank you to our sponsors. Halloween Shirt Company, you're awesome. It was so cool to see Clint and everybody last weekend, Spooky Empire. Fright Nights with the Terror, Dr. Homie's Haunted Trail. Thank you all for believing in us and sponsoring us. Do appreciate that. Also want to give a quick shout out here to our Patreon supporters. You're all awesome. John and Crystal been like our Patreon for like
From the
years.
beginning, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. SNR Travel Stories, Mark Muncie. We're gonna have Mark Muncie on the show here coming up shortly. Coca Culture. Make sure you follow them on all the things. Follow HauntScene on everything. It's pretty easy to find HauntScene. We're literally on every single platform. We just started our OnlyFans. It's not live yet. We'll get there.
Christian Mingle,
Christian Mingle, Farmers Only.
Haunt
We'll
only.
get there.
After dark.
And if you are, if you're looking for a way to support HauntScene, check out our support page if you want, or just reach out and we'll walk you through.
You can
all
slide
the
into our
things.
DMs.
You slide into our DMs, and that is
I'm having too
going
much fun
to
with this.
be it for us tonight. Melissa Lukac.
So we're gonna slide on out of here to
We're
Chili's.
going to Chili's.
Yes.
We may get some sliders. So thank you guys for stopping by.
Thank
That
you
was
so much,
awesome.
guys. Yeah.
Till next time, spooky.
As always, happy haunting. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Bye. Outro.
Give me some treats.